Okay, I'm back, and I just did, I think, a great video, and I did something and I erased it. So I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet, but I doubt if it happens. Sorry in advance. Um, I don't know if I said in my last video that I have a doctor's appointment with my OB, my first doctor's appointment with my OB. I actually had an appointment a few weeks ago, but it was with a nurse, and we just went over paperwork. So this will be my actual first appointment with my regular OB. Now my RE does want me to go to a maternal fetal, but the soonest that they could have fit me in, they the soonest that they could fit me in was July 13th. And so last week I was like, that is crazy. I'm supposed to go 3 weeks without seeing my child and being, having this SCH checked out and seeing the progress of it. And not to mention 3 more weeks of just being on modified bed rest. I thought you all were gonna like take a look and keep me posted and see if I can have things modified and what have you. So I was not happy about that. This computer, I'm telling you. So to find out that I'm able to do an ultrasound on Friday makes me feel more at peace, because then I will only have 2 weeks to go before I meet with the maternal fetal. And I'm not even sure if they're going to do an ultrasound that particular day. So we shall see. As of today, stopped using the estrase or estradiol or estrogen. And I still have to do 1 cc of a PIO shot in the morning and another one in the evening. So you already know I am so tired of getting my bum pricked. But I'll do what I have to do for this baby. So hopefully, and then yeah, and they won't take me off the PIO until I meet with the fetal maternal the peri doctor. So I have at least 2.5 weeks to go. Okay, what else did I want to tell you guys? Man, I'm so mad at that video didn't work out the way it did. It was something really funny too. I just have to be in the moment. So anyway, I wanted to ask you guys a question real quick while I'm trying to think of what else did I talk about in the other video. I wanted to ask you guys a question on how you felt about something. Now, I really want your honest opinion about something, and I want to say up front that I am in no means judging anyone in regarding how you live your life, your lifestyle, but this is a young lady that I know of. I'm not a friend of hers, but I know of her, and we have some of the same friends or associates or what have you. And she's an author of a few books, and she is a Christian, and she's single. And her recent book that she wrote is basically it's a guide to married couples on how to have the ultimate sex life. So basically the book is to give advice on how to spice up your sex life. And she's a self-proclaimed sexpert. So I was really annoyed and irritated about someone calling themselves a sexpert but also calling themselves a Christian single. And they have not had any educational training to back their claim of being a sexpert. So if you haven't been educated by having a degree or something, then how else did you become a sexpert? And to each his own. But you're not going to sit up there. I think it's kind of like weird for a person to represent themselves as an ambassador for Christ. I am a Christian. I am, this is what you do for a living, that you go around, you speak to churches, you have little gatherings and stuff like that, and predominantly the people that you minister to are Christians and singles. And You're calling yourself a sexpert. Now, if you're spending all this time doing research on sexual pleasure and everything like that, anything you meditate on for a long period of time can get you hot and bothered. You know, when I was single, I did not spend a lot of time thinking about certain things because I knew that would get you in a load of trouble. So certain songs I didn't listen to. Definitely I didn't watch certain crazy stuff on television. And conversations, I was very mindful of those because I didn't need to be getting hot and bothered. But that's how I live my life. And I'm not saying how I live my life is, you know, better than how you live your life. I know what God has spoken to me, and you know, and so I live my life a certain way prior to getting married. Not my whole entire life, but for at least 7 years, I lived my life a certain way, and I don't make, you know, I don't feel bad about it, and I'm very proud of it, and I wish somebody would question who I am as a person. And again, if you're having relationships with multiple people, or you know, you're engaged and doing your whatever you do, you're doing, I'm not judging you, but what I'm saying is, you know, when you have pastors and people in certain positions that represent the, you know, Jesus Christ, a Christian, and you're doing dirt, and I'm not saying she's doing dirt or the appearance of doing dirt, it doesn't look good for the rest of us. That's all I'm saying. So, from somebody on the outside looking in that doesn't, you know, they're not Christians or whatever, if I wasn't a Christian and I heard some woman saying she was a single Christian sexpert, I would have laughed at it and was like, okay. It would have totally justified my thoughts of how I thought Christian church people were in the first place. They were hypocrites. They were saying one thing and living something totally different, and trying to mesh it all together in Jesus' name. So, what's your thoughts on that? I would really love to hear your thoughts on that, because I'm perplexed and confused on it. So, and I'm trying to keep an open mind to hear all sides. And somebody said, well, you know, because if you're, you know, God can call you and have you speak a word to someone, that doesn't mean you have to experience it for you to bless a person or minister to a person. And I totally agree. But I'm talking about wisdom. Wisdom is applied knowledge. And so for someone to apply, to share wisdom with me, how, you know, whatever. It's, anyway, nobody can tell me how to please my husband better than my husband. That's my opinion. But I won't be buying her book. Plus it's $20. She crazy. Alright, so, gosh, it was something else I wanted to tell y'all. And this is a trip. I can't even remember. But anyway, so I guess I'll come back on after my doctor's appointment and let you guys know the progress of this subchorionic hemorrhage. And oh, just so you, yeah, I am rocking my wig again because I have bedhead. You know, I'm laying down for the most part, so I thought I might as well pop a wig on there and whatever. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you guys real quick. Do you think my nose is bigger? It's getting bigger? I think it is. And shiny. I know I already have a big nose. You don't have to tell me that. But what I'm saying is it looks like it's getting wider. And it looks like a prosthetic nose to me now. It looks weird, but I think that's how it's always been, and I'm just now analyzing just really how big my nose is. I'm confident in who I am, and I think I'm beautiful. Yeah, you should think you're beautiful too. But I just pray for my child because my husband's nose is big too. So my baby probably nose gonna be so big and smell what's going on in Africa. Like they cooking something in Zimbabwe. What's that, rice and chicken? But it's funny because people with big noses typically can't breathe very well. I know my father, he has a gargantuous one, and he always have sinus problems, and so do my husband, and so do I. So go figure. I do believe that I'm having a boy, but we shall see. I guess I got 10 weeks to find out, 2 more weeks. I do want to say quickly that my prayers go out to Malazi Toy and Lydia. Gosh, what's your name? Anyway,